approach a little.
And it's MP. And it's Brady in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, we've got Derek Lively, DeAndre Hunter out there with Kobe White. And it's Ortiz in at the power forwards position. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one down.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Wait, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now, here's Doncic. Misses the three. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him what lessons he's learned from studying tape on Luka Doncic, and Coach told me, well, one thing is you can't force him into anything. Luka plays at the pace that he wants to play at and goes where he wants to go on the floor. But we can try and take away his options, and that should present some obstacles for him. Kevin, back over to you.
And Allie, thanks so much.
An MP doesn't back away from physical defense. You know that about the young player. He welcomes any chance to get to the line.
MP.
And so Walker nails. Both of them.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Pass to White. Here's Ortiz. Sits on the shot clock. That shot wide open.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Doncic against White. And he can't answer back. A three-pointer offline. Ortiz passes to White. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the hand by White.
And at 6'5", White can definitely get up and finish. He's got some sneaky athleticism.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Pin. Pass to MP. Out left to the wing. New Orleans moving it around. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For Chicago, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Pass to Hunter. Jacks up a three. Pelicans with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Here's Doncic. After Chicago picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's MP. Ortiz grabs the miss.
Slow start, 1 of for to begin this game.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to White. Here's the screen. Pass to Ortiz. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. Go ahead. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. Triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can
The previous play is under review.
everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coach.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this is not the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And he sinks the second. Pelicans trail by 7. Brady passes to Walker. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
And finished up behind him.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Pelicans. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised to it, but they actually dropped the game in this series last year.
Bulls leading by 9. When it comes to DeAndre Hunter, how would you prepare for him, Richard, if you were coaching against him?
Well, Hunter's wingspan will really wake you up on defense, but it's his catch-and-shoot game that everyone needs to watch. If you leave a gap, well, they'll make you pay.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Walker. That one's off, still out of sync.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move him. He's hurting him with all of these misses. And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
It's stolen by White. Here's Lively. Uses the pass to finish the layup. Lively's got 6 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Chicago.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Here's Lively. Hunter, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Pass to Fear. Now here's Walker. Over in the corner, Doncic. 5 on the clock. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Ortiz. Off target with his 3. Fears with it, guarded by Hunter. There's Walker with the 3. Ortiz grabs the miss. Ortiz has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the right wing. MP sets the screen for Fears. Back to MP. They double-team Walker. Clock at 4. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Ortiz. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And so, Jordan Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. We'll look at Chicago. Right now, if the playoffs start, they would have the 7th seed.
Seeing where Chicago is, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in. And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. As the weeks fly by in the NBA, RJ, what changes are made at the player level? What are these players looking at, trying to work on, and aiming for?
It's just hard to see. It depends on the individual. For me, you just need to prioritize basketball. Start blocking out any and all noise.
And so hits the technical free throw.
Number 24, Noah Esau.
To Javino. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
MP, no good.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
And the Bulls with another miss. Pelicans trail by 20. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
Pass to Javino. Here's Ortiz. Defended by Gobert. Adesanya, no good. New Orleans gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Walker in the post. Now here's Jones. Drills the three-pointer.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was a man on a mission. He had 63 points, and he was spectacular on the boards, grabbing a season high in rebounds. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Bulls have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. First free throw is good. Riley is jacked in for the Bulls. New Orleans making a switch here. White's checked in. MP's checked in for the Pelicans. Fears comes in for Roy. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Fears. Jones is out there with MP. And it's Rudy Gobert. Offensive rebound. That doesn't go, and he's 0-1 from the field. The Bulls leading by 8. White wide open. He fires. And the Bulls with another miss.
and he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
And going to work inside.
Great to see MP look for his shot, especially when he's near the loop.
Pass to Riley, beyond the arc. MP grabs the miss. Walker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Chicago grabs the miss. Asende's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Whitehead on the arc. Sinks the triple. Whitehead's got 5.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Now Fields. 6 points for him. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own. It's no good.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Shoots. White with the defensive effort.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Inside. It's stolen by Jones. Walker looking for an opening. And they double up MP. 6 to shoot. Walker a screen. Pass to Fields. Tries again. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Fields. He's got 8. A 3 from MP. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
And doing a much better job from 3-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. Pelicans, number 1.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Outside, White. And again, no good by Chicago.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really a lead.
An efficient score, Kobe White, effective. With or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. Guard can break you down off the bounce, but
His ability to give it up and then zip to an open spot, it just makes him so difficult to defend.
Now, here's MP. He's coming off an unbelievably scoring game. Chicago leading. Here's Ortiz. They get a hand on it, and they recover it. Sinks the three-pointer. Ortiz has got 9 points.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
To the inside. Here's MP. And the rejection by Lively. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Ortiz. Oh, good on the triple. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Walker. Pass to Doncic. MP with a screen on White. Back to Walker. MP going right to the rim.
Oh, what a move by MP. Just relentlessly attacking the rim.
And so here is Chicago. Over in the corner, White. A three-pointer off the mark.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Walker. Pass to Brady. The three for Doncic. That one also missed for him. Just like the other 3 attempts this game. There's Whitehead. Now Lively. The 3 is held in by Queen. Queen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brady passes to MP. Pass to Fears. MP with a screen on White. 5 to shoot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Can't tie it up with that one missing. Outside White. Here's Ortiz. Lively the pass to Ortiz. Here's White. And another miss by Chicago.
Yeah, and that three-point shot really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Now, here's Doncic. Goes up to the stripe. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Walker.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively, and that gave up way too many easy shots.
You know, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Jones has checked in. They could use it. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And I like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Hood-Schifino. Defended by Jones.
2 minutes.
Pass to Hood-Schifino. Hunter the screen. Shoots from the high post. It's hauled in by Queen. Queen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oh, Lively in position. Oh, good that time.
And that was lining up to be a alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just going to show how tight your timing needs to be for this kind of play.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
PA here about 3-level scores. But is it just 3 levels?
That's a great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and There's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Pass to Queen. He's looking for MP and finds him.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Here's Shafino. This game we saw him score 32. In the corner, it's Hunter. Launches a three, and the Bulls another three.
And nice time from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
Now, here's Roy. He's guarded closely. Walker in the post. Pass to Queen. And here's Roy. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's MP. The shot's good. Roy making the play.
Assisted by
Walker's got 21 in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here, he's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. A free ball. Gonna go that time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's going to very close to the here. It's the Bulls up 3. And we'll be going after this from United Center.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
You know, for the Pelicans, they've been hanging around the upper echelon, playing with good energy. Feels like the chemistry is right with this team. They put them.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
They've controlled the pace, and it's been fast. Getting out in the open.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so Doncic will bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 3. They've got Kobe White. Derek Lively is out there with Hunter. And it's Ortiz in at the power forward. And that's the move for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Outside White. Hunter with it. Here's Ortiz. On target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And Lively pulls it down. White with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Queen. No scoring in this one for the lead. And it's Doncic missing.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting it inside. Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Brady. Now Fears. MP right side. Here's Brady. Covered by Hunter. 3 on the clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. Ortiz grabs the miss.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Pick it up.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And finish off live with Williams. sure can get off the floor. One of the best in the business, absolutely. Pass to MP. A little over 2.5 minutes on the clock in this final half of play. Out to Doncic. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. Let's check out the NBA blocks leaders. Number 5 is Derek Lively.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Pass to Hunter. Lively with the screen. And finished off.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And you agree, I think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen.
So did the defense.
Right. This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And both free throws good for MP.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
From outside, off the mark. Pelicans trail by 4. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes of gone. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Pass to Field. Nice hit again. Over to the wing. Here's Brady. And finally they hit one. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Ortiz. A three. Hunter. Three-pointers right on target. Hunter's got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
To the middle. MP throws it down.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding them and feeding them.
Chicago leading by 3. Richard, what do you see in what Luka Doncic sees on the floor?
Well, Kevin, I think he's tracking all 5 defensive players and all 4 of his offensive teammates. He always seems to find a way to get players involved.
Now, MP. Following DeAndre Hunter's three-point attempt. Queen the pass to MP. Now, Fear. In transition, here come the Bulls. Pass to Ortiz. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Fear. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They led the game at 1 point by 20. In the corner, it's Hunter. Here's Ortiz. Off target from outside.
I'm going to say he hasn't found the same success here in the second half compared to what we saw from him in the first.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Bulls?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Hunter, 3, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hunter's got 6 points in the quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pelicans trail by 4. MP with a screen on White. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. It's been a while, but he finally gets one to go.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities, or he's going to guard you.
Hunter, 3. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the next to bear.
Just barely too late and catches him on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Whitehead's checked in for Chicago. Here's MP. Down low. And Queen gets it to go. Queen's got his first points in this one.
There's the unselfishness of MP, setting up his teammates nicely.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Already it's February. We'll see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at the playoffs started today. They hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, lately they've been off their game just a little bit. It's led to them losing that top spot here in the standings.
They've got plenty of time left to get back to being the team we thought they'd be heading into the year. But they better do it quick. They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not been comfortable all game.
The athleticism and grinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
For Chicago, they had made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
When White is in rhythm, he is a good all-around scorer and can carry the offense in stretches.
Pelicans trail by 5. Inside, Walker. Dunk by MP.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Over to the left wing. Here's White. There's the screen. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolutely terrible shooting display.
Now here's Jones. And he converts the layup. Jones has got 5 points so far.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside White. To Ortiz, and the rejection by MP.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Ooh, I can tell fresh legs when I see it. Look at the young legs of MP getting out on the break.
Doncic against White. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold. Like, it's colder than cold. But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
And it's so much easier said than done. But now it's all about keeping that momentum going forward.
Now here's White. He has 7. It is good. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love the concentration there by White. He got bumped, and it did not phase him.
To the paint.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Both teams deciding to change. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Here is Riley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
He might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
New Orleans in the lead. Roy dishes to MP.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And they double up MP. Roy gets to Jones. And the 3 off target. The Bulls shooting the ball 42%. There's Whitehead. He's covered by Roy. It's stolen by Jones. They push it up. 4 on 3. Fires the 3. There's MP. Right through contact. MP.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seen disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm.
To the middle. Here's a Sunday. And it's MV with the rebound.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
To the inside. Down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Roy passes to Walker. Gobert in the corner. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Riley. 6 to shoot for the lead. Here's a Sunday. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Roy. 8 points for him. Pulling off a pitch from Walker. High post shot. And they will fall over the back on the play.
Just slipped by there.
So Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Trey Murphy's checked in for Roy. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach kept it calm, but direct. He said, quote, play smart, play our game. Don't worry about the score. Keep doing what we've been doing, and we'll be okay. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. So the Pelican 5 right now. Jones is out there with MP. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Spears. Walker a screen. To take the lead. Chicago grabs the miss. White Sky is quick rebound in this one. Here's Whitehead. Good on the triple. And the Bulls lead by 4.
And perimeter score feet. I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Now Fears to take the lead. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Osende's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to White. There's the pick. Here's Shafino. No good from outside.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. There's Whitehead. And the Bulls with another miss. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Ortiz. Connects from 3-point range. Ortiz has got 19 points.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's putting another.
Inside. MP throws it down.
And MP is letting his play do the talking. He is on one.
There's the lob to the
Bigger on a ridiculous offensive season.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pelicans trail by 5. Fears with it. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Only the one made basket in the fourth. He hasn't provided them with a whole lot offensively.
Here's Ortiz. Takes the three. Good. Trevino's shot is off.
Another missed 3, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
And Fears has it in the corner. Back to Walker. What a play. And that one is stuffed right through.
Contact there and converting.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Shooting for New Orleans. MP. One shot.
And it's tied up with that one. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Ortiz, covered by NP, and stolen by Fears. Here's Walker, and they double up NP. Down low, it's tipped. Here's Trevino. Here's Ortiz. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic. Timeout. And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. There was no hesitation. He has to talk to the team right now. Hunter's checked in for the Bulls. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the strike.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
MP right side. Pass to Field. Doncic against White. Doncic passes to White. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And that's a veteran move for MP. Using the pump fake to bait the defense.
That free throw missing.
Shooting for New Orleans. MP.
He hits the second from the line. Chicago leading. Pass to Ortiz. And here is Hunter. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 3.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backwood.
Now Walker pulls from the top of the key. Good work defensively by Lively. And we got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Bulls leading by 4. Takes a 3. Throws it from outside.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. MB with a screen on White. Here's Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
MB to get to the foul line. The young man fearless inside.
He's put in the work and worn down the defense. Now they're getting a little sloppy, and it's allowed them to get to the line more this half.
Now, here's Hunter. Outside, White. Hunter with the screen on Doncic. Puts it up from 15. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pass to MP. Here's Spear. A three-pointer, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Ortiz gets the bucket.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Now Fears. And he moves it down hard.
Well, he might be young, but it's easy to see why they go to MP when they need a big-time bucket.
White outside. Here's Hunter. White outside. Just 4 to shoot. Knocks down the three.
Yeah, this looks like a three-game shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
And here is Doncic. Now MP. Down he goes for three.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck.
The three goes down.
And that three was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
Here's Spear. Here's White. Fires the three. That does not go. 1:43 left in the fourth. Under the screen for Doncic. Now MP.
That bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
Tight defense up. Here's Lively. Can't get it to go.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. Can't let one miss scare you off.
Another bucket.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out. Shot clock at 5. White outside. The three is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
MP outside. And he does not hit. And he commits the intentional foul.
Wade. First personal foul. 13 foul.
Here's Hunter. And an intentional foul right there.
Wade. Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Pass it on to the goal.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Now 8 seconds separate the two clocks. Doncic fires. He drills the three.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game. Now, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Passing on for Chicago. Number 9. Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
How about the poise he showed there, making this a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. 17 seconds left in the game. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Here's Queen. Lively defending. The long shot, no good. So the big win by Chicago, a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
And for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. What had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Alan LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. We'll see you next time.
All right, MP, think about the teams that people love to watch play. The 70s Knicks, the 80s Lakers, the 2000 Kings, Steph's Warriors. What do they all have in common?
They all shared the ball. And they did it with joy. That's what playmaking is all about.
Mm-hmm.
So, a great playmaker doesn't just
MP.
At small forward, at 6'6", number 36, Jeff Brady.
Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
And MP has made it known for this recent stretch. He's been focused on getting his teammates more involved, distributing the load.
And MP doesn't need to hear us say it to know he hasn't quite achieved his passing goals this year. Things just weren't always clicking with him, and he couldn't consistently connect with his guys. That said, maybe it all comes together right here, and we see him dishing the rock like he planned to all year.
So here's Dallas' starting group. A pair of first overall picks in front court. Flag and Davis. Then it's Sabonis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Frank in at the 2. Now here's Sabonis. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Down low. Davis. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Yeah, when Davis gets that kind of positioning inside, he is pretty much automatic.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. He spoke about the challenge of facing Anthony Davis. Coach commented, there aren't a lot of guys like AD, bigs who can control both ends of the paint. We have to be aware of him at all times, or he's going to take over the game. No doubt Davis will be a factor tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Irving. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Frank, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
MP outside. Pass to Fears. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. 6 to shoot. Here's Doncic. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Outside Irving. With the teardrop. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Such soft touch on that floater. Irving has a deep bag that he empties every night.
To the paint. Here's Walker. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. MP's got 5.
Look, this is
pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
Here's Doncic. After Dallas' three-pointer on the other end.
Mavericks foul. Flag. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Dallas. Trailing by 2. Here's Walker. Pass to Doncic. Clock at 4. Back to MP.
Well, that's why it's so important to seal off those passing lanes inside. Make them earn points in the paint.
They set the pick. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
And that was a tough loss. 1 or 2 breaks go their way, and it's a totally different outcome.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many.
The previous play is under review.
Even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. to see where everyone in the league stands. If you look at the Mavericks, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
When I look at New Orleans, they're staying put, but still towards the top.